Apart from being eaten, the potato has many uses. It can be drunk in the form of vodka. Yes, there are potato vodkas out there. Although most vodkas today are produced from grains, vodka can actually be produced from any starch or sugar-rich plant matter. Some vodkas from Eastern Europe are produced from grass, and some distilleries are even experimenting with salmon and old newspapers. Potatoes can also be used to clean silverware. Just leave your silver to soak for an hour in the leftover water from boiling potatoes. They can remove rust and stains. Just rub half a potato on the stain you want to remove and then rinse. They can be used as batteries. Just insert a zinc and copper electrode, and if you boil the potato for 8 minutes beforehand, it'll produce 10 times more power than a raw one. You can rub them on glass windows to stop it icing up by cutting a potato in half and rubbing it on the outside of the glass. The potato starch stops the ice from forming. They can even be used to make biodegradable plastics. Yes, the humble potato can be used for a variety of weird and wonderful things. However, in 2006, Boeing found perhaps the weirdest use for them to date. When Wi-Fi first became a possibility on airplanes, Boeing found out that it had a bit of a problem. How do you ensure an even distribution of Wi-Fi in the cabin without affecting the craft's instrumentation whilst traveling at 35,000 feet and 500 miles per hour? Boeing engineers needed to test a wide variety of different Wi-Fi system designs to ensure that there were no Wi-Fi hot and cold spots. But they couldn't just fill a plane with passengers and have them sit there for days on end. Their answer? Synthetic personnel using dielectric substitution, or SPUDs for short. According to Boeing, the way that potatoes interact with electronic radio signals is remarkably similar to the way the human body does. So they set up their equipment in a decommissioned airplane and loaded the seats with 9,000 kilos of red potatoes. The potatoes reflected and absorbed the Wi-Fi signals in a similar way to how real passengers would. This allowed technicians to test different systems in different locations and see how this affected the signal throughout the cabin and the delicate instrumentation of the aircraft itself. After several weeks, they had enough data to know which system to use and where to locate it to achieve the optimum coverage throughout the aircraft. What do you think Boeing did with the leftover potatoes? Let us know in the comments.